Hi everyone, and welcome to my 2025 planner lineup video. I'm going to be going through all the notebooks I will be using in 2025. I have about 4 that I plan to be using, so I'm going to go through them, show them to you, and explain what each of them are for. I'm going to go from least exciting to most exciting, so these will be for the end of the video. Now, I didn't know how in-depth I wanted to be, but I thought I would show literally every notebook I'm going to be using, and that includes this. It's not very cute or aesthetic, but it's the truth. It's just a regular graph notebook, and I usually do this to take notes on certain things that, like, if I plan to be learning. For example, I've been learning some sign language, so lessons I take and vocabulary I'm learning I put in this book. So that's just an example of something I would use this for. Again, this is mostly for learning. If I am learning something, taking notes on something, I will just use this notebook. It doesn't need to be fancy, it just works. My next notebook is this one. It is a Muji notebook, an A6 open flat notebook, 80 pages, light gray. I believe it's a dotted graph notebook, so the lines, horizontal lines, are thick while the vertical lines are very soft and dotted. I don't even know if you can tell that they're there. You kind of can. I call this kind of my junk drawer, or it kind of replaces my notes app. So anything that I would just throw in my notes app, I try to put it in a notebook instead to use my phone a little less. I want to pull up probably an example. Okay, here's an example of a page. Here I was looking at master's programs at universities, so I was writing down all the info I needed for that. On this side, I had done a tarot reading, and I was writing the description of the tarot card. So that's just random stuff I'll be using this notebook for. And in the front I have a key, so some stuff that I will do in this notebook is research. So that might include like the master's program, something like that. Personal info means notes that is pertaining to me in my life. Creative ideas, so any ideas that I want to, maybe crafts I want to make, stories I want to write, ideas like that. And then I have media, so any thoughts I'm having on the current book I'm reading or movie I'm watching that I want to save for my final review, and then just a random tab. Before that, I actually had this notebook. It's just a shitty one from the dollar store, and I was doing the same thing with it. As you can see, instead of having the colored dots, I actually just drew lines beside what I was writing to mark what it was. But this is now retired, and I replaced it already with the Muji notebook, so a little cuter. The back just has 2 stickers because I think I stained it on the back, so I put this here, and then I just got this from an order I made, so I included it too. Nothing really special. And then just a paper clip. I did have my like dot stickers clipped in here, but then I changed the dot stickers and it doesn't fit in this anymore, so I just left the paper clip there. Next one is kind of new to my lineup. As you can see, it's still in the package. Trying to keep it looking nice. Oh wow, $21. That's how much I paid for this stupid little notebook from Hobonichi. $21. This is just one of their graph notebooks, and I'm going to be using this for diary stuff, or kind of like a memory log. I did have one of those before, but I felt like I didn't want to write in it anymore because I had skipped so many days. Like, there were months and months where I wouldn't write in it, and then I would write again, and it kind of felt like I didn't want to write in it anymore because there were so many missing gaps. So I decided, why not for 2025, for the half a decade marker, that I would just start a new notebook, and why not use a Hobonichi? I can open it for you, I suppose. Again, it's just a simple graph notebook, Hobonichi style, so it's very small squares, which I like. And I also bought this pack of stickers, so every day that I write in it about that day, I will just put a sticker at the top to commemorate that day. And this cover matches the cover of my 2024 planner. I really like this cover design, and they're not doing it again for the weeks, but they still have the notebook with that same kind of style, so I decided to get that. Finally, I have the star of the show, which is my Hobonichi Weeks Planner. This is my 2024 planner, and for 2025, I purchased this edition. I believe it is called Into the Purple Night. It's a very cute edition. I almost got the edition that was the photo of like the mountain, and it's all blue. But when I saw this, I kind of fell in love with it for some reason. I don't know why. I really like the design, and it was completely out of stock until like 2 weeks ago. I finally bought it in the beginning of December, so I'm very happy about that. And I already started setting it up a little bit, so just going through my old one to show kind of what I used it for if you haven't seen my channel before. The monthly pages are more of important dates or events that I have to do, and then during the weekly pages on the left I will use it for planning things that I want to do during that day, and then on the right side I have a bunch of things that I track. For example, I have habits, I have a running to-do list, so something that I need to get done but not on a specific day, I'll put it in this to-do list, and then area for what's happening in the next week. Things that I am currently watching, reading, listening, and loving, some gratitudes for the week, and a notes area. And then as you can see, I also cut it off here, so on the left side is also important events that are happening on that specific day. Then I have the notes pages, which I kind of neglected when I was using this. I hope not to neglect it again, but I kind of just use it for hyperfixations that I have, as well as some trackers. So, ooh, this is stuck here. So this is an example of a page that I might make. This was a pair of shoes that I was thinking of getting, so I kind of just included it and wrote about it. I also have media reviews in here, which is the yellow stickers. So a movie and a book that I had read, some paintings that I like. Again, I kind of just call it the hyperfixation area, just where I put things that I'm interested in at the moment, as well as like reviews for certain media and trackers. For example, in the beginning of this, I have a tracker for all the books, movies, TV shows, things like that I'm doing in 2024. So that's what I included here. Here I have the key again. So I had a journal area because I expected to journal in this, but then I decided against it. And again, I bought the new notebook, and then I had a research. So some research stuff will go in here as well. Compared to this is more like jotting down certain notes. Well, this one is more, once I've kind of curated my ideas, then I'll actually put it in this notebook, because this is more for like aesthetic stuff, I would say. And then I have again my meter reviews and then random pages. And like I said, I already started setting up this notebook in the back pages. I decided that for every quarter I will do new trackers, so that's what I started already. Again, I already started this page. The next page, on the left, I have my goals area. On the right, I have a wish list. I wanted a more specific wish list because in this notebook, I had a wish list, but it was just like a simple tick off list like this. I can't show that part, but I had just things that I wanted. I put it here, and I was putting photos of what I wanted, but I wanted it more specific. Specifically, the date that I added the item, I thought that would be more useful for me. I believe I saw Lindsay Scribbles does the same thing, so again I took that idea. Then the next page I have on the left is my finances, so I'm going to keep track of my finances in my book this year. And I've not specifically finished making my pages because I hadn't decided how I wanted to design some of my next pages, but I also wanted to have an exercise log. Actually, I believe on this page the finances are going to take up 2 pages, so I left it blank for that. But on these 2 pages, I'll have an exercise log as well as a period tracker because I wanted to track symptoms. That's what I've done with this notebook. It's all I've done with it so far. But I'm very excited for 2025. Some video plans I have coming up in December and January. I'm going to be doing a full flip through of this Hobonichi. As you can see, I've definitely added a lot to it. Compared to the clean notebook 2025. I don't know if you guys feel the same thing, but I don't know if it's specifically because it's new. I believe they're using new paper, but I feel like this week's like feels a lot cheaper for some reason. I don't know, again, if it's because I'm new and this one's kind of more worn in, but it just feels a little cheaper for some reason. I don't know if you guys had that experience. Anyway, as I was saying, I will be doing a full flip through of this notebook. I also plan on doing some reading book videos because that's kind of how I started this channel, and I kind of delved more into my planner than I thought I would, which is fine. So I want to do an end of the year video for all the books I read. I decided this year I'm going to be doing a tier list instead of just explaining every book. Last year I did 1 sentence around 1 sentence review for every book that I read. And I really don't read that many books, so I can do something like that, but I thought that a tier list would be a little more fun, interesting, interactive, something like that. So those are the 2 videos that you should be looking forward to. I hope you enjoyed this video. I started filming YouTube videos this year, and I'm very excited and happy with how it's gone. I feel like I've gotten a lot of good feedback, comments, people actually coming back and watching my videos more than once. I don't have that many subscribers, only 11, but I do get like a few hundred views on my Hobonichi videos, which is way more than I thought that I would. So I'm very excited about that. I don't think I'm gonna be doing a 2025 setup video specifically for Hobonichi. I kind of realized that I don't love setting up my notebooks while on camera because I find that I just do worse than when I'm not filming. So I prefer kind of just going over it once it's over. I don't know if I will be doing monthly recaps again. I had been doing those, but then life kind of got in the way and I stopped doing them. So comment down below what videos you might want to see from me. And please stick around if you're watching this video, subscribe. I'd love for you to join me in 2025, and I hope we all have just a fantastic year. But for now, have a great day. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.